Hey guys, welcome back. This is Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
This is Clownfish TV. This is where we just complain about stuff all day.
That's right. Yeah, one of those channels.
We're just a hater channel. We're a hater channel.
That's right.
So now we're going to hate on Birds of Prey.
We're just going to point out some facts.
So point out some facts. Birds of Prey is on track to be the lowest opening, I guess, of any DCEU movie. Now, we don't count the Joker because Joker was technically not DCEU. It was kind of its own thing, but it still opened considerably better.
Well, this was more than a month ago. Has it changed at all?
No, they're still tracking it at around $50 million. They were saying between 40 and 50. But now the early audience reactions are coming in. They're not terribly good. They're very middling. And we're going to talk about Birds of Prey and why it's the emancipation of Harley Quinn, but we couldn't have the emancipation of Arthur Fleck.
Right. I brought that many times.
Yes,
it's the exact same thing.
It's the exact same thing, but it's problematic if Arthur Fleck finds his groove, if he gets his mojo. But if Harley Quinn kills some people just to get it out of her system, that's totally fine.
It's emancipation.
It's emancipation.
It's just, justice.
It is. So we're going to talk about that. So before we get into the video, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We're at about 91,000 subs. Less than 10,000 to get to 100,000.
Yay!
Which I mean, I'll be honest, when we first started this, I never thought we would get this far this fast, I guess.
Well, and here's the thing. It's like, people are mad that we do our videos, so you should subscribe to help us hit 100,000, because then it'll make them even more mad.
It'll make them more mad. Subscribe to make them rage even harder.
And the thing is, we're actually like the middle of the road. We try to stay factual as much as we can. We have a little bit of bias, but we try not to make it that way. We always bring up points like, just to be fair or whatever.
Yeah, we try to be.
But, we're the hatiest hate channel ever, according to certain, people on CBR and stuff.
It doesn't. The thing is it doesn't matter if you have any opinions that run even remotely contrary to what a lot of these bloggers say. You're a hater. You're an alt-right Yahtzee.
Even if you can back it up with facts, doesn't matter. So speaking of facts,
even if you backed Bernie Sanders, you're an alt-right Yahtzee.
Well, speaking of facts, let's go with the facts that are being put out there by numbers. Those are factual.
Okay, so what they're saying, Birds of Prey is tracking for a $50 million opening weekend.
Now, when they were doing like Terminator, and when they were doing like Charlie's Angels, weren't they tracking for like similar numbers? At least Terminator was.
I think Terminator was tracking for, I want to say, again, this is off the top of my head, I want to say it was tracking for about 50 million, wound up with like 29 million.
That's what I'm saying. These tracking things don't always mean that they're right.
Right, and sometimes they track higher. Now, we're seeing a trend with Sonic, ever since they made the change in Sonic. Sonic was originally supposed to only do 20 to 30 million. Now they're calling for like 50 to 60 million
right,
for Sonic.
Right, but that doesn't mean it'll stay that way.
No, I mean, they might drop another trailer. It looks like garbage, and people are like, it's just a polished turd. It's still going to be a terrible movie. I think in this case, there's a couple things going on here. One, the DCEU is a hell of a mess right now, and Suicide Squad wasn't good.
No.
And this is basically a sequel to Suicide Squad.
Well, our daughter would argue with you on that. But
we didn't let her watch the whole thing. I don't know if she watched the whole thing or not. Oh, she did watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Okay, I didn't want her to. I'll bring that up at some point, too. The marketing, not the emancipation of Harley Quinn, but the marketing of Harley Quinn, which, as a dad, I have some issues with.
She already knows she's not allowed to watch this one.
Yeah. And beyond that, they're going to bring in Jared Leto's Joker, which a lot of people didn't like. They're doing it via canned cut scenes, I guess, from Suicide Squad, because he's all ass mad that they went and did a Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
But his Joker's not the Joker.
But it's not the same thing. Yeah,
no.
It's a completely different character.
And I don't even know what, I'll be honest, I don't even know what the hell is going on with the DCEU, because now they're rebooting Batman too, and it's like, it's just a mess. The whole thing's a mess. But Suicide Squad was not that good. But they're talking about how...
I never watched it, to be fair, so I can't say.
I watched half of it, but even Suicide Squad opened to like 133 million.
Yeah. I just had no desire to see it. It wasn't like my kind of movie, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah, Shazam didn't open very high either.
Shazam didn't? It was really good, actually.
It was 50, I think it was 53 million, but Shazam, the character's not that well known now.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time anybody cared about Shazam was the 70s when they had the TV show. But I actually thought Shazam was one of the better movies in the DCU.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was really good. but they're still making sequels to it.
Yeah, they are.
So, you know, we got Shazam 2 and Black Adam coming out. So it's written by the lady who wrote Bumblebee.
Okay.
So, but it's gonna be, they said it's gonna be very hard R. They said the box office projections aren't great. That's no reason to panic.
And they're going to try to say it's because it's rated R, but there have been a lot of rated R films that have performed very well lately because they were rated R.
Yeah, and this could go this way. Like, I'm not going to say the movie's bad. We're going to talk about some early audience reviews, but I just, you know, we want to
really,
talk.
I think it looks like crap.
Yeah,
but
well,
that's just me, in my opinion.
I also want to talk about the double standard the media has when it comes to empowered female characters versus empowered male characters.
That's because I told you all Hollywood diversity means boobs.
Diversity means boobs, yeah. So the long-range forecast has it grossing between 40 and 60 million opening weekend. They're saying now about 50, so that's somewhere in the middle. Depending on where it falls, it could end up with the lowest 3-day debut for a DCEU film to date behind Shazam, which was 53.5 million. I think it's probably going to do in the lower end. There's not a lot of buzz about this movie.
Well, they keep running commercials all the time. I've had to see many of them.
Yeah, it still would be second to last behind Aquaman.
Aquaman was good.
Which actually broke $1 billion, though.
Aquaman did really well.
Aquaman
it was a good movie.
It was. I think the thing with Aquaman is people expected the worst, and then when the movie was actually much better than people thought, they went.
Well, that's kind of what happened with Wonder Woman too.
Yeah. So, because that's the thing, people are so soured on the DCEU that it's like you have to prove to me the movie's going to be good before I go see it.
Right.
So a lot of people go second weekend, third weekend. They're like, oh, okay, it didn't suck. It said the film isn't generating as much social media buzz at the moment as DCU movies in the past have. Yeah, I forgot it was even coming out. Everybody's talking about the Joker now. They're not talking about Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey themselves are similarly lesser knowns outside the hardcore comic book fans. They did have a series, though.
Yeah, I knew who they were.
So, I mean, most of the buzz around this movie is about Harley Quinn, which, you know, we talked about. We're like, why the hell don't they just do a solo Harley Quinn movie?
Well, that's what this was started out to be, and then they just like, well, let's put the Birds of Prey in it, and
because sequels.
Then why not just call it Birds of Prey? Why is it the Birds? It's Emancipation of Harley Quinn. You know what I mean? It's very confusing.
Yeah, it's basically a female version of Suicide Squad, is what they're turning it into, and even Suicide Squad became the Harley Quinn movie. But there's been a lot of talk about this movie. You know, speaking of Harley Quinn, about it being the emancipation of Harley Quinn and being all about girl power and all about, women taking control, but they're going to take control through ultra-violence.
Yeah, that's just it. I mean, I don't understand how this is any different. That's what I've been saying to you. I don't understand that they're going mad about the Joker, and they're saying about male, what's they calling it? White male rage?
White male rage.
Okay, and they're going about white male rage, but how
rage.
it's say different? It's white female rage.
That sounds like that. Actually,
he broke up with her. She's pissed. She cuts her hair short, which a lot of girls do when they break up. And now she's going out, and I'm sure there's a reason for it beyond that. But now there's a whole team of them going out, and it's about violence against these guys. The one girl's going on a slide, stabbing a guy the whole way down.
They're saying that the reason that this movie is hard R, and they're not showing a lot in the trailers, is it's like really hard R. Like they're slashing faces, gouging out, eardrums. They're like, they said this is really over the top ultra violence, which sometimes
that's okay.
That's okay.
See, this is not right.
Joker kills like what, 2, 3? I'm trying to think how many people he killed in the movie. Like 3. So he killed. Spoiler: he kills mom, killed clown guy.
None of them were in a really super over top violent way.
No, not really. I mean, he shot a guy on air. He stabbed a clown in the eye.
And he smothered his mom with a pillow.
He smothered his mom with a pillow. He didn't hit her with a ball bat or anything.
No, but like the one girl's got brass knuckles. The other one's got a ball bat. Harley Quinn's got like a crowbar. Clearly, they're not, going to a bake sale.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking, I'm like, let's just flip this around. If this was a movie about a guy who got dumped by his girlfriend, and he went and got a posse of guys together with ball bats and brass knuckles, and he was going to basically go on a killing spree, how would that be received?
Well, toxic male, white male rage.
White male rage.
Even if it's not a white male, it's white male rage.
Joaquin Phoenix, not Snow White. White male rage. Go figure.
Yeah, I'm just saying this is the exact same thing. But this is going to be hailed as as a masterpiece of, for feminism and all this other crap. And it's the exact same. It's actually worse. It's the exact same thing, but it seems to be worse than the Joker. But the Joker keeps getting told it doesn't deserve anything it gets, and white male rage. When the whole premise is the same. He was abused by people who had more. He has off his meds. He had mental health issues.
Yeah.
He couldn't afford meds. He was abused by people, and he just snapped and fought back. It's the exact same thing.
In this case, her boyfriend dumps her, and they go on a.
Well, she clearly has mental health issues before that. But
right.
I'm just saying, it's the same thing.
It's but they'll be like, well, the Joker is toxic, and the Joker made her do it.
And then these ones, the other girls that join in, isn't that different than the people that were like wearing clown makeup and the Joker and going out and doing stuff too?
It's different. It's
because they have boobs.
Because of boobs. It's different because of boobs.
Take gender away from it, and it's the exact same thing. And that's what I've been saying since the beginning. If gender aside, it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
So this one actually seems worse.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. And I got to tell you, before we get into, we'll talk about some of the reactions to the movie. I have a real problem as a dad with the marketing of Harley Quinn. Okay, so I loved Harley Quinn on Batman the Animated Series. I thought she was great. She was a great sidekick, whatever. She was great in the episodes where they had her do her solo thing with Poison Ivy and all of that. When they brought her to the comics and they basically tramped her up, okay, that's fine if they're mature comics. The problem I'm having with Harley Quinn is they're marketing her to little girls.
They do.
Heavily. Like, not beyond the DC superhero girls or whatever, she's in that, but that's a very clean version of her. But they are, you look at the Scholastic Book Club, and there's all kinds of Harley Quinn books, and this came out when Suicide Squad came out.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm like, my daughter and her friend were talking about Harley Quinn pole dancing when they were like 11. I'm like, that's not a conversation that they should be having at 11.
No.
And I understand.
It might have been like 10, actually. But
yeah, I think it was like 10. They're like, oh yeah, she's a pole. And I think our daughter's one friend wanted to be a pole dancer because of Harley Quinn. They were having this conversation. I'm like, you're not even, that's not good. To be fair, because we talk about that, they did market, they have marketed Deadpool to like everybody, but it doesn't seem like, I could be mistaken, but I don't remember coming across like Deadpool's, story time books for boys in the Scholastic.
Where he has this tiny penis and he's like growing his legs back.
Oh God, with his tiny hands or whatever. I don't remember seeing anything like that in the Scholastic Book Club, but I do remember seeing
there were
Harley Quinn.
I used to run the book fairs and stuff for the schools and at the local schools, and there were definitely Harley Quinn things in there.
Yeah, so they market Harley Quinn hard to girls, and then they put her in a hard R movie.
Well, do you want to hear something funny? We had the book fair the one year, and they made us take, they went through, and the principal made us take off all these books off the shelves because they might have had a gun in the thing. Like, most of them are like Lego books because they had like a blaster or something. Some of the Star Wars books, they had blasters. They made us take them off the shelves. We weren't allowed to sell them for the book fair because of the guns. But, we still can sell like Harley Quinn.
Yeah, because what? She hits guys with a hammer instead? She hits them with a ball bat? I don't know. I'm just saying, as a dad, I'm like, why? Like, you can absolutely have a character like this in the comics. I don't give a shit. It's totally fine. But to market her, this version of Harley Quinn, not the animated series Harley Quinn, but...
Well, they market that heavily to kids, too.
More
so that one, though. They really do. It's more that one than it is this version.
But anyway, back to this movie. Hard R rating, ultra violent. I don't think parents are going to be taking their little kids to go see this movie. I hope they're not taking their kids to go see this movie. But there are no reviews on Rotten Tomatoes yet. I've been checking, but there are early reviews from Bounding in the Comics, who has gathered them up. And, it's middling, about 3.3 stars. And this is from the audience that you would think would like the movie. So the general audiences, I'm not sure how they're going to do. The film doesn't make much sense. But all my life I've seen films about guys fighting without any reason. And now watching girls kicking some ass for any reason fills you with power.
Right. But what I'm saying is, how come you guys keep raising a shit fit about guys fighting without any reason, but it's okay suddenly when it's a girl, is what I'm saying.
This is what empowerment feels like.
No.
Is this what boys feel when watching nonsense films? Give me more.
Okay, but you're not allowed to have more if they're men films because they're complaining about it. It's toxic masculinity. They keep pointing it out over and over, making songs about it.
White
but it's
male
okay
rage. White male rage. We need to start singing white female rage every time they talk about the empowerment of Harley Quinn. You know, I mean, this has been going on for months, so it's okay because they get to bash some brains. Okay, it's an okay film. Hurts me to say I was expecting more, a lot more. Margot is perfect, and it seems like she had a lot of fun playing Harley, but the rest of the cast feels waster.
Wow, these are just
wasted. Okay, the action scenes are cool. So basically, it's a Harley Quinn movie, ultra violent. The other girls are just there, just
so they can say Birds of Prey.
So they can say Birds of Prey, but
scatter shot that reaches more people.
Yeah, now this is coming from Reddit box office. How Birds of Prey has been marketed makes sense considering what they had to hide. However, I still question how it will perform at the box office. Well, when you're not showing people very much of the movie, you know, it says very meh. The movie got an R rating, and this is a very hard R. I mean, this might be the goriest mainstream comic book movie I've ever seen. You see a face sliced open, broken bones, bleeding ears, and bursting eardrums. There's a lot of cursing. Harley gets the most squeen. She's a squeen. She's a
squeen queen.
She's a squeen. Harley Quinn gets the most screen time, but most of the other characters get their fair share. The only character I thought was underused was Huntress. Box office potential. I think the gore will hurt its chances.
Well, yeah, they're not going to take. I'm not my kids.
And getting kids. Wait. This is a hard R movie. I think the gore will hurt its chances in getting kids to go see it.
Yeah, well, I would hope so as a mom and a teacher.
This is a movie that's not meant for children. Of course not. It's hard R. It's pretty brutal. I think teens will love it, though. I think this will make John Wick numbers. What? Probably a bit more given Harley Quinn's brand. 200 million plus domestic. Word of mouth is to be good. It's better than Suicide Squad. I don't think it's going to do that well. I don't know.
I honestly don't know. I don't really care how well it does. My only point is that they're saying these media outlets are having a fit going on about how Joker, they're deliberately missing the point of Joker. It's about white male rage. No, it isn't. It's about how, you know, being bullied and lack of mental health care and medicines and things can set somebody off till they go this far. Is kind of the point of the movie, and how, you know, people are all being tired and kept down, so they look at him as a hero, even if what he did wasn't very heroic. It's a message about society in general. This is just, let's beat the shit out of people and cut them up because we can, and that'll be hailed as a masterpiece for feminism, and Joker is just, you know, white male rage. And that's my problem with it. I mean, I really don't care what they do with Harley Quinn. I think it might do well just because it's Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm going to be honest with you, it probably will do okay. But I'm just tired of the double standard. That's why I'm in this video. Because I don't really care about the Joker or Harley Quinn either way. I'm not big fans of either. But I'm big fan of, you know, calling out bullshit. And this is bullshit. Hypocrisy at the highest level.
So, I mean, there's no way to win this. If it does really well, everybody's going to be like, look, all the man babies, the Harley Quinn movie did really good. And if it doesn't do well, look, all the man babies stayed home and didn't support this
well, that's how it is
movie
for anything.
with women.
They flat out told guys not to go see Charlie's Angels, not to go see Terminator because it wasn't for them. They didn't go. The movies did bad, and they blame men for it.
And what's going to happen is it's going to, you know, absolutely that this movie and Joker are going to be compared.
Oh,
like,
obviously. Yeah.
You know,
unfairly compared.
And it's not even, we're not even playing in the same ballpark here. I mean, this is a sequel to Suicide Squad, for God's sake. But I'm like, and it's going to be like, look, all the men supported Joker because it had a male lead, but nobody supported poor Harley Quinn. Or where are all the Oscar nominations for Margot Robbie for Harley Quinn?
Well, yeah, because, you know, all those busting popping eardrums and face slicing would obviously get Oscar nominations.
Yeah, so going to be very interesting to see this. I do think it's going to be an unfair comparison because we're talking apples and oranges here.
The problem with Joker is this brutal violence. It wasn't that bad in comparison to Harley Quinn. It's like a, you know.
There are like 3 violent scenes.
And they're not that well. The knife one with the eye was the worst, wasn't it?
Yeah, but even that, I've seen that kind of violence in. It was the F-bombs. I've seen that kind of violence in PG-13 movies. You know, it was definitely the F-bombs that got the Joker.
There was more violence in like Stranger Things.
Oh my God, yeah.
The last one, Stranger Things, was way more violent than the Joker. But Harley Quinn sounds like it's going to be on the, you know, from all these reviews, it's going to be high on the gore scale.
Yeah.
But, you know, and there'll be a lot of violence, a lot of rage, but it's emancipation, and it's okay because it's just deserved. But when the Joker, basically the message was, you know, he got tired of being bullied, so he snapped. That's just the wrong message. That's his victim blaming.
That's white male rage. White male rage.
Just stop saying that.
It's white male rage. Everything is white male rage, even though he's not actually white. Anyway.
The bird that prey saves the day. Oh, it'd be like, bird that prey saves the day. Harley Quinn for the win. It'll be something like that.
I don't know. But yeah, so we'll see what happens with this. I'm just not hearing a lot of buzz about
Feminism, orgasm.
Feminism, orgasm.
Women are the best. But she's white too.
Yeah, it's white.
She's got boobs. 'Cause I'm telling you, Hollywood, as long their idea of diversity is women.
Boobs.
Women. I mean, I'm just saying it because you know it's you know because now
difference.
apparently even if you have a diverse cast of men, it doesn't count. It's women.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this one up.
That's right.
We'll watch it. I don't even know when the movie comes out. Is it this weekend? Next weekend?
I don't even care. 'Cause I'm not
really
gonna go see
shit.
it. And our daughter, no,
you're not gonna watch it. You're not.
I was surprised you let her watch the other one.
I didn't let her watch it. I think she just watched it on her own. I think we started watching it, and I shut it off.
I didn't watch it. I never watched it.
We shut it off when they got to the strip club. I was like, nah. And that was like, what, was Suicide Squad PG-13? I think it was PG-13. And this one's going to be, like, they're going to ratchet it up a notch. So
we're ratcheting up many notches. They're using the ratchet to ratchet people's faces with notches to get to the higher notches.
I don't know. We'll see how it does. I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't care either.
We'll wrap it up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk later.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.